Hello everyone, I'm Max, and today we're going to review the lesson of modal verbs. We're going to analyze each of the uses that can be given to them and in which situations can be used. Without more to say, let's start. Modal verbs are a part of the larger category called auxiliary verbs, which are verbs that cannot be used on their own. They need to be accompanied by another main verb, and sometimes modal verbs are called modal auxiliaries. The modal auxiliary verbs provide additional information about the verb that follows it and are used to express ability, obligation, permission, assumptions, probability and possibility, requests and offers, and abides. Each modal verb can have more than one meaning, which depends on the context of that sentence or question. The following words are modal verbs: can, could, may, might, should, ought to, must, will, shall, would, have to, and need to. The following rules should be taken into account when using modal verbs. First, they are always followed by the infinitive without to. Can do, may find, shall see. They are the same for all the pronouns: I should, it should, they should. Take direct negative and question forms: we cannot and can we. They never combine with another modal verb: she will may. That's not correct. Here are some considerations for have to and need to, as they are not quite modal verbs. First, they are always followed by the infinitive with to, as you can see in the examples have to do and need to be. Second, they are not the same for all the pronouns: I, you, we, they, have or need to, and he, she, it has or needs to. They take auxiliaries: I don't have to, does she need to? They can combine with modal verbs: she will have to, we may need to. The modal verb can is used to express ability or lack ability in the present and future tense. For example, she cannot find her glasses, or I can come back next week. Can is also used to giving permission or expressing a prohibition. You can't park in the staff car park, but you can park in the visitor's car park. It is also to informal request with friends, close colleagues, and family, but not informal situations. Can you turn the music down, please? Can we have fish for dinner, please? For general possibility, with positive verb, interest rates can go up or down. And finally, with negative deduction and something that cannot be true, in a negative verb: she looks very young, she can't be 20 yet. The modal verb could is similar to can. We often replace can in the past tense. Could is used to express ability or lack ability, but in the past. I could ride a horse when I was younger, but now I can't. He could read when he was 3 years old. Also used to giving permission or expressing a prohibition in the past. In high school, we couldn't leave the classroom without past. Here is the main difference between could and can. In general, could is considered more polite than can. Could I please use your bathroom? I'm busy right now. Could you call back later? For a suggesting an affirmative verb, he could try and fix it himself. We could go to the movies if you are interested. For a specific possibility with positive verb, and could be an alternative to may or might. It could snow tomorrow. It might snow tomorrow. And finally, for a negative deduction, the grass is dry. It couldn't have rained last night. May and might are modal verbs that can normally be interchanged without a significant difference in meaning. However, might often implies a smaller chance of something happening when expressing possibility. Both are used to express possibility in the future. It might rain later. It wouldn't talk to Tim right now. He may still be angry after his team lost. Asking for permission. May I sit next to you? May I borrow your car? To give permission. You may have another cookie if you like. Or express wishes. May the new year bring your happiness. The modal verb should can be replaced by ought to without a change in meaning. Both are used to give an advice or suggestion. Your hair is too long. You should get a haircut. I think we ought to send him a card. To expressing an expectation, the negotiations should end soon. The negotiations should have ended by now. Expressing your regret or criticizing someone about a past action. I should have answered the phone. You shouldn't have laughed at her. The modal verb must, expressing a necessity felt by the speaker to do or not to do something, mainly in present or future tense. I am beginning to get a headache. I must take a break now. We mustn't assume that this information is correct. We must double check it. Also is used to deducing or assuming that something is true in positive sentence. She must be thrilled with these high marks on her test. No one is answering the door. They must have all left the house. Have to and need to are used to expressing an external obligation in all tenses. She has to check that all the lights are off before she leaves the office. The second use is for removing a necessity felt by the speaker or an external obligation in negative sentences. I'm sure this information is accurate. We don't have to double check it. We normally use will to speak about the future in the formulation of the future simple tense with all pronouns to express a possibility. Maybe I'll drop in and see you tomorrow. For predict, I have a feeling he'll turn down my invitation. For volunteer or make an instant decision, you look exhausted. I will let you rest. Or make a promise. I won't tell anyone what you say. Will is also used to informal request. Will you put the rubbish out, please? Shall is not used very much nowadays and mostly in formal speech and some legal documents. We use shall in the formulation of the future simple tense with the pronouns I and we. You look exhausted. I shall let you rest. I shan't tell anyone what you said. And also for offering to do something with the pronoun I in the question form. You look exhausted. Shall I make you a cup of tea? What shall I prepare for your dinner? Making a suggestion or asking for a suggestion with the pronoun we in the question form. It's too hot indoors. Shall we sit outside? How shall we go about resolving this issue? And finally, for expressing a duty in formal documents and contracts, the borrower shall pay the installments in arrears. Finally, would is often used in conditional sentences with a clause beginning with if, but it can also be used in the following situations. For an habitual action in the past, similar to used to, when she was a child, she would sit under a tree and draw for hours. It is used as an alternative to "could you" for making a polite request. "Will you hold the line for a moment, please?" Which is the same. "Could you hold the line for a moment, please?" We used "would" in polite expressions. I would like to point out that you need to review those numbers. I wouldn't agree with that. And it's used as a polite invitation or to offer. Would you like to go to the movies with me tonight? Would you like some more tea? That was all for my explanation. I hope you enjoyed the video and I will see you in the next lesson. Bye bye.